find a good way to end this.
Alright, what's up guys, it's Code 3 Printing Technology. For this video, I'm going to be going over what goes in single stream recycling, specifically focusing on the 3D printing materials, and the rest focused on like everyday household materials like soda bottles, tin foil, cans, stuff like that. So some of the more common 3D printing materials that people are having a hard time finding places to recycle them is PLA filament, PETG filament, ABS filament, the spool rolls themselves that the filament comes on. Now some manufacturers like ProPasta uses cardboard spool rolls, which is a step forward but not widely adopted in the filament industry market. Some of the things could be the cardboard boxes that the filament comes in, some of the plastic film that the filament's vacuum sealed in, and those are really the main waste from 3D printing. Okay, so now just doing a simple Google search of what can go into single stream recycling. You got the obvious stuff like paper, cardboard is recyclable, and then you got paper, cardboard, plastic, glass, and metal. All that stuff can go together. And then here's some more interesting facts. Between 2005 and 2014, most recycling programs in the United States is single stream recycling now. Went from 29% to 8% in those years. And next we need to know a few words. So to define compostable, it's an organic matter that has been decomposed in a process called composting. And composting is basically where you mix food waste, some plastics that's biodegradable, and some like mix it into soil type material that will break down easily. Has to be some sort of like a wet type soil. But now that we know what composting is kind of, we need to know what recycling is, because these words are often used interchangeably. Recycling is the action or process of converting waste into reusable material, so it's not throwing it away or letting it compost in a compost pile. So moving on, we're looking at PLA, if we can recycle it or compost it. It's part of the number 7 category of plastics, and this article says PLA is not recyclable, but it is compostable. And then in this article defines plastics as 2 different types basically. Majority of 3D printed plastics are thermoplastics, so if you reheat the plastics, you can melt them down and reuse them for something else. So scrolling down, see that the majority of 3D printed waste is type 7 plastic, and you can't really just throw your failed prints into the recycling bin. And again, here's some pictures of the PLA composting. Day 1, you can see the waste, and then day 80, the plastic's basically gone. So the filament PLA is biodegradable. Don't mix in with no more food waste, but have like a separate pile for it. Okay, so another big aspect of 3D printing waste is the spools themselves. A lot of people don't really know what to do with the empty spools. One thing I found you can do is list them on eBay, and a few people have bought these off eBay, whether that's for Christmas lights or something non-printing related. But if you can't sell them on eBay, you can always figure out what the material is made of, because the supplier should say, and recycle them appropriately. So here's an article about the 5 reasons ABS needs to go away. So the first reason ABS is poisoning you. There have been some studies that show that ABS is not really the most safest filament to breathe in. PLA is probably the most safe at this moment, mainly because it's biodegradable. So when 3D printing first came out, there was a limited amount of materials you could print with, one being ABS, and since the recent years, there's been more research and development into safer filaments like PETG or PLA, and there's still a lot more research being done. Here is the plastic chart. Shows you different types of plastics. But like I mentioned before, most 3D printing plastics fall in the number 7 category, and other plastics. It's really a catch-all for these types of plastics: PETG, PLA, ABS, etc. But scrolling down, we can see more about the number 7 category. Like I said, it's really a catch-all for polycarbonate and other plastics. The other plastics is basically a new generation of composite plastics. Example for PLA. Here's another thing that I found interesting. I've seen where Lego bricks are made from ABS plastic, and this Google research confirms it's made from ABS plastic. So it'd be interesting if you could somehow melt the ABS waste down and use it for Lego bricks, or somehow do a collaboration with Lego where you can donate ABS waste to be reused. And next we're going to go to how to recycle PETG filament. This is basically similar to ABS, where there's not a lot of resources out there at the moment, because PLA is the most researched one, I suppose. So just doing this basic Google search. It says some extrusion plastic manufacturers will accept it if it's clearly marked, and some recycling companies will accept it in certain cases, but you have to call your recycling company to make sure they accept that type of plastic. Some markers I've read say that it contaminates the recycling batch if the plastic's all mixed up, like PETG, PET, ABS, etc. But some interesting things you can do: you can thread the plastic up, erase filament, and melt it down into cup holders, coasters type things. Or if you have plastic molds in the extrusion machine, you can make your own different things like cookie cutters or household objects. But that's a little bit more complicated than just recycling it. Okay, so to wrap the video up, there is still not really a clear solution to recycling most of these materials. The spools I would suggest trying to sell online, and then if not, you can possibly recycle them. Just check if your local landfill recycling company town program and see what you can do with it. For PLA, PLA is the most clearly explained what to do with the waste. It's compostable, so you can dump in your composite pile. For PETG and ABS, there's still some stuff that needs to be done with that. Some research on how to recycle it or dispose of it properly, or possibly reuse it. I think some of the bigger innovations going on right now is that we can move from plastic spools to cardboard spools and start buying more eco-friendly plastic filament like PLA, and quit using ABS because it seems to be more toxic and harmful to the environment than PETG or PLA is. I'm only referencing PLA, ABS, and PETG because that's the three most popular filaments right now. There's also other filaments like ASA, PVC, I think, flex filaments, but those are really a low market. There's also the subject of reusing the filaments in new filament like the fill extruder or refilament type machines manufacturers. This is a whole different video topic completely, so I'm not going to go into that too much, but with that, some of the original strength of the material is gone, but it's still usable in some cases. Like if you want to make like a desktop figure or prototype, something that doesn't really require strength or integrity, I suppose. There's definitely gonna be more videos and content on this subject as we can visit field extruder, have better relationships with our recycling companies, visit filament manufacturers that use cardboard spools or see their extrusion techniques, and of course testing out new filaments that come on the market. There's plenty more content coming soon, but this is just kind of explaining what goes into single stream recycling and some of the how to dispose of your waste filament properly and dispose of materials. So that's going to wrap up the video for this week. If you like to see today's videos first, make sure to click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.